Hello everybody, my name is Lenz, and welcome back to Warframe, and I didn't think I was going to get this video done today, but apparently I am. So, we are talking about the Lenz now. So the Lenz just came, and I've already put 2 form in it, and I've gotten it to level 30, and it's pretty great. From what I've been testing it with, it's actually, it's interesting, because, okay, so, this is another one of these weapons where, I don't know if I even uploaded those videos, did I? Basically, I'm kind of thinking the most recent weapons are all kind of tailored to fit Harrow, and this one is no exception just because of the way okay, so this is a bow, right? And this has, like the Dread, 50% critical chance, which I bumped up to 150. This is the long build. I bumped up to 150%. I've got a 4.4 times multiplier. Fire rate is, the charge rate is good. It's around the same as the Dread. Snapchat needs to be quiet. It's got a pretty decent amount of damage, which is all blast damage and impact. Status is nil. And of course, this bow is what's going to charge. The build I'm going for here is, so it's going to have it has Hellfire and Rhyme rounds, which adds to the blast, and this adds status chances a little bit, even though it doesn't really need it. Vital Sense for critical damage, critical delay for more critical chance, which I know if you have, with this bow in particular, the fire rate is exceedingly long, but that's balanced by the speed trigger. Serration Split Chamber, of course, because you should have that whenever you can, and Point Strike, because critical chance. Now, this thing is, well, it's pretty great. I'm going to grab a couple enemies like these, and I have some invincibility, and you might notice that this thing only has 6 rounds. But there's a reason for that, it's because this thing has built-in enemy mutation. And why I say this thing is built for Harrow is because this, with Covenant now, like that, you chain it down all these guys. Go like this, and it does, it does damage. One downside to this is that it does require you to charge it all the way, and since it is a bow, you can still headshot with it, so that's red crits and, well, more orange crits, but it does still operate as a bow would. If you're used to the Dread, this thing is probably not going to be too much different. It's just that there's an explosion afterwards. And now we get to the worst part about this bow. Now, being that there was that explosion, the ammo is fine. I haven't run out of ammo once on this weapon yet. But something that you'd have to look out for is that explosion. Now, if I turn this off, and well, you see I have 2,671 shields. However, it doesn't matter. This thing does absurd amounts of self-damage. I want to test this out, so I'm gonna grab some other frames that are even more tanky. I do have other builds. Let me see. Where's my tank build on this? Was it that one? Yeah, it was this one, wasn't it? No. Okay, so we're gonna do this just to show how much what I mean by this. So we're gonna go Vitality, Steel Fiber, and Vigor, because all of those add health and armor, and then I think, let's see, yes, Physique. So that's 5,379 health and 400 armor. Now if I go like this, again, I want to just do it over here just because I can. Let's see how much health we're left with. That's about half, or a little more than half. And now we're dead. So yeah, as you can see, this thing does a lot of damage to yourself. And not only does it do a lot of damage to yourself, it also, so the issue I found with this is that, being that it is, I don't know why, so this weapon has blast damage. And for some reason, I found myself getting into situations where I'll shoot an enemy, and I'll be in that blast radius, and it'll proc a cold proc on me, which I find to be quite annoying. So I'm gonna want to try this now with the Rhino. Just a regular iron skin, nothing major. Yeah, it one-shots iron skin. I can make another build, and then just make it. This is full tank build, with just redirection, steel fiber, intensify, vigor, all of that. Go like this, and yeah, this thing does Tong Core levels of damage, self damage. Maybe not so much Tong Core, because Tong Core can probably well, actually, it might be able to one-shot and two-shot an ours, but it does a lot of damage to yourself. And my point on what I was saying with getting in that blast radius is, if you spawn in these guys, I'm gonna make myself invincible, just so I don't die. So I'm gonna pop this just cause, and we go over here. And once if I fire this, I'm in this blast radius. Occasionally, what will happen is that if you're in that blast radius for too long, you will get a, well, okay. It might just because I'm using Rhino with iron skin that's status immune. But while I was leveling this weapon with Excalibur. Okay, so if I can get this to work, I would really like to ignore that. I need to not be immune as well. Unless it just decided to not work for me now. Is it? Oh, it's because I'm invincible, huh? Yeah. Okay. Big fail there. There we go. So I'm gonna go like this, and there it is. There's a cold proc. So what is quite annoying is that while you're, let's say you get in the blast radius by a slight margin, so you go like this and go like that, and you're in it a little bit. At times, it will catch you in that bubble, and you will be dealt the status proc of cold. Now, if you are quick enough, which clearly you have to be very quick. If you are quick enough, which that didn't work. If you are quick enough, you can jump out of it. This is a weapon where you have to be moving a lot. And what I mean a lot, I mean like go like this and fire. Something I found. See, look, there's a cold proc. I'm out of the blast radius, but there you go. And just like if I'm going like this, there we go. Just barely made it out of it. So you have to be able to be very mobile while using this weapon. If you're not the best at doing that, if you have problems moving around very quickly, I'd advise not using this weapon to a great extent, because this will kill you and it will not care. Yeah, like that. It doesn't really matter. Everything else, honestly, is great about this weapon. I have not, like I said, I have not run out of ammo once. It has 6 rounds, but the ammo mutation is brilliant. It works on everything. And it just works really well. I want to use this more. It's just a fun weapon to use. You just have to be careful while using it. Like don't enter that bubble, or else you're kind of doomed. There we go. Yeah, and they die quickly. And not only that, if I want to grab some what are they called? No, not. I was about to say Supras. I want to grab Harrow, and then I'd spawn in some Corpus Text, because their interaction is very interesting as well. Because of, well, the heavy gunners are the highest armor enemy in the game, as far as I know. They might need to be shooting at me. As far as I know, they are the highest armor enemies. I think the Nox is higher, but I don't. That's because of the different hitboxes and things like that. But I'm also gonna activate that. But because of certain things, it's like different enemies also fall really quickly. For example, these guys are gonna shoot me and charge up my Covenant. I'm gonna go like this. and they cease to exist. Same level enemies as the heavy gunners. As you saw, they take 2 rounds to kill. These guys only take 1. And I know that's because they are Corpus, and these guys are decently low level, but it's not. You're not going to be finding too many enemies outside of the range of this at a base level. You're not going to find too many enemies that are going to be towering over that. Maybe if you're in the Void, you will go to a level. This doesn't want to load. Maybe if you're in the Void, you'll go to a level like 45, so I can show that as well. Oh, that's great, isn't it? Network not responding. Well, anyway, you can go to levels like 45. This thing, there we go. This weapon still kind of shines. It's still really good. Now the build costs are a little steep, I'll admit that. Firstly, you need to be in a clan, and the clan you need to kind of have a lot of people contributing some things, which isn't really a big deal. I feel like my clan will probably get it done within a couple days. It's not like other weapons like that just came out, like the Guando, where it costs another. There we go. See, they're dead now. It costs another 60k Oxium or something like that, 70k Oxium. That is a red crit. There we go, and boom. Oop. Red crit, and boom. So yeah, it does real nice damage. It's not hard to get. If you want to get it with platinum, it's 235 platinum, which is kind of up there, but for the price you're getting it at, it's worth it. I bought this with platinum with a 50% coupon, so I only paid 118 platinum. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good deal. Plus, it's just fun. It's just really fun. If you're in close quarters, don't even bother. You will die. Just don't even bother, okay? So, I think I've rambled on long enough, right? Anything else I'm missing? Not really. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment down below. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and tell me what you guys have been thinking of the Lenz. I know PCs had it for a little while. Console is just now console got it today. I woke up and installed the update right away. So yeah, as at this moment, the Warframe update video is just going up, and this will probably be up in a couple hours. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.